Hey everybody, it's been a little while. Wanted to do a update on this guitar and just kind of a brief overview as a whole. Just as I'm kind of going through all my guitars, you know, I did one for the Red Jazz Master, I did one for the Natural Jazz Master, so figured it was time to do one for this one. This is basically my main Strat. I don't play a lot of Strats anymore. I definitely gravitated towards the Jazz Master shape, but this one's still very special to me. It's got a Fiesta Red body, made from Warmouth. It's got a swimming pool route under here, so I could mess around with the pickups or whatever if I want to, but I probably won't. It's got a Fender American hardtail bridge on here, and that's pretty standard. I use that on pretty much everything I do these days. It has a Seymour Duncan Invader bridge pickup, and I do have a what's the word, a treble bleed circuit in there. Just makes it a little more usable when you kind of roll off the volume. I know that they did that on like the Tom DeLonge style production models, and I do recommend it if you use you know, your volume knob to kind of like roll off a little bit and, you know, play a little bit cleaner. Because if you do that without one and you're using an Invader like this, it just gets really muddy really quickly. I got my Mr. Bibb sticker on there, you know, that's legendary, everybody knows that. Pretty standard back, just the string ferrules on there, just a blank neck plate. I don't really go crazy with those. Pearl pickguard. I get a lot of people asking me where I get these pickguards. You can get something basically like this through Warmouth. You can do, you know, the fat humbucker opening, which is what they call this, which has the rounded corners for the open pickup. You can do this this volume placement, which is the DeLonge placement. They do accommodate for that. And I've gotten them in other places too. WD Music sells them. Amazon sells these specific ones. Fender sells them. I don't think they call them the Tom DeLonge anymore. I think they call them like the Moto or something. I don't know. But you can find them. Just make sure that the volume knob is in the right place, because sometimes they'll do one with just the one humbucker opening, but the volume knob will be lower for some reason. Now the newest part of this guitar is the neck. This is an actual custom shop neck, and it's something that I've been looking for a very long time. It is a 1969 reissue neck. Oh, my cat wants to come in. Come on in, buddy. So it's from a custom shop 69 Strat. I don't know what the body was. I just bought the neck. I found it on Reverb. The seller had a couple versions with the maple fretboard, but I didn't want that. I wanted one with the rosewood fretboard, just to kind of match, you know, like the older Tom DeLonge guitars, because that's exactly what he used. He used a 1969 custom shop neck, basically. They say it's got a 69 U-shape neck, but I don't know. It doesn't really feel like a U to me. It feels kind of flat. Nothing overly chunky, but you know, it's fairly comfortable. I was expecting to not really like the shape, but I don't mind it. Don't mess with the camera, little man. I'm watching you. It's got 70s style tuners on here, which I don't know a lot about. I've never used them. They're very similar to the style that are on the Tom DeLonge production models, but I've never actually used this kind. But they seem to work really well. They're really smooth, and I like them. It's got a Journeyman relic, which is like a light relic, so you can see kind of like a little bit of like finish cracking in here, but nothing crazy. 6105 frets, which are thin, but they're tall, which I really like. It's really good for lead playing. It does have the pearloid dots in here, which Tom had on all of his that had the dots anyway. A lot of his had like the custom inlays, but all the ones that didn't did have the pearl. And I don't know, I really wanted to try to find a neck like this for a really long time, and I finally did, and you know, it really did exceed expectations. It was expensive, but it's really nice, and I think this guitar is officially done. You know, I really don't see myself changing anything. The only thing I would consider changing is maybe swapping out this pickup for the neck version of the Invader, which I have done before. Hey, buddy. And I don't know, it's a little more versatile. It's not as crazy hot, but we'll see what happens. Either way, it would look basically the same. And yeah, other than that, not too much else. I got my purple strap. I've had this purple strap forever. And I do have a couple pins on here, which are really cool. They're made by this guy on Instagram called Humble Homies. If you're interested, I can leave a link below. You can kind of find where he doesn't. They're all limited, so I don't know if he has any more of these. But I got the blue one, the yellow one, and the surf green one, which is pretty sweet. So yeah, that's all I really have to say about this guitar. I really been getting into playing it a lot now that I have the neck on it that I really want. The Healy neck that was on here that I had custom made from my friend over at Healy Guitars, I will probably use that for some other project. I'm just not 100% sure what I'm going to do with it yet. So we'll see what happens. And yeah, stick around, listen to the demo that I put up. I did a snippet from one of my older songs called Now Your Back's Gonna Hurt, and I just did a double track of the guitar, just a rhythm guitar and some bass, and then I also did just like some strumming with some heavy gain, and then I did some, you know, picking stuff with like a cleaner sound. So that's about it. Hope you enjoy. Let me know what you think, and let me know which guitar you want me to do next. I'm thinking maybe the 335, but we'll see. Thanks. Nah, he says no. All right, see ya.